It's really important for children to develop a love of reading. By learning to love the sound of language before they even notice the existence of printed words on a page, it's very important that they hear that so that they can continue that love of reading. Reading books aloud to children stimulates their imagination and expands their understanding of the world. It helps them to develop language and listening skills and prepares them to understand the written word. When the rhythm and melody of language become a part of a child's life, learning to read will be as natural as learning to walk and talk. Even after children learn to read by themselves, it's still important for you to read aloud together. By reading stories that are of their interest level but beyond their reading level, you can stretch young readers' understanding and motivate them to improve their skills. You may go through a period of time when your child wants to read the same book over and over again, and that's not unusual because they often favour a particular story, and even though it might be boring to parents, it's not for them. It may speak to their child's interests and their emotional needs at the time. You need to be patient. Continue to expose your children to a wealth of books, and eventually they will be ready for more stories. It's often a good idea to talk about a story you are reading, but you need not to feel compelled to talk about every single story you read to them. Good stories will encourage a love for reading with or without conversation, and sometimes children just need time to think about the stories they've read. A day or so later, don't be surprised if your child mentions something from a story you've read together because they've enjoyed it so much. Taking time to read with your child on a regular basis sends an important message that reading is worthwhile. A study in Australia shows that the path to success in life for preschooler begins with a bedtime story. The study, conducted over 8 years, concluded that when parents read to children on a daily basis, they are up to a year ahead of who they are with their reading. A preschool-aged child who was read to at least 3 times a week found that they are a better reader and thinker and develop better reading skills of a child 6 months older. For your child to learn to love to read, they need to be able to be effective readers by being encouraged to read their books. They need to be able to have books around the house all the time, not just ones from school. They need to be able to choose their own books that they're going to enjoy. Even older children, read a chapter book with them. They really want you to read to them because they enjoy that. The older the child grows, the harder it is to find time to spend with your child reading. So it would be a wonderful way to strengthen your bond and give the two of you something to be excited about.